What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we have something really different. Now, I may put some gameplay somewhere on the screen so that you have something more to look at than this, but I was just about to sit down to record my video and I was scrolling through Twitter and it got me thinking. I kinda am on board with the Chinese Super League and the players moving to the Chinese Super League. So a lot of people feel like the Chinese Super League are going to be ruining football. They're investing enormous, extortionate amounts of money into buying some players. For example, the most recent move was today. Ezekiel Lavezzi has gone for, I believe, 23, 21 million something in that region. And he's going to be making 400 grand a week. Now, before we go into it, I did want to say, this video is kind of inspired by Spencer. He does a IMO series. I've only actually watched one of them, I think, and that was the Pirate vs. Ozzy one, as I'm sure you can imagine. But it made me think I want to do some things like that. So also, I may do this more often on my second channel. So click that link in the description down below if you want to go check out the second channel to see more stuff. But I'm going to address some points. So, as I said, Lavezzi is gone and he's making all that money. Now, I'm going to firstly start off by saying why I am with Lavezzi on this one. So firstly, the guy's 30, turning 31 in 2 or 3 months. He has won a lot, he's done a lot for PSG. He's not going to get a move higher than PSG now in his career. It won't happen. Could get a move to the Prem, to a decent Prem side. He could go to Spain, he could go back to Italy, he could go back to his home country of Argentina. But he's not going to get a move higher than PSG. And he can stay at PSG, sure, making some good money. Or he could move to the Chinese Super League, where the profile is raising extortionate amounts day by day. Everything to do with the Chinese Super League. I couldn't tell you one player 2 months ago other than Paulinho, because I know he moved out there last year. Now, they're in the news almost daily. There's enormous players going there. Crazy big players. Jackson Martinez, Javinho. These are both very big players in their own nations. Lots of people from their nations will follow them. Even Ramirez, Paulinho, obviously Lavezzi today. There's a lot of big players. Freddy Guarin. 2 massive Colombian players have gone out there, just off the top of my head. There's a lot of big players that are going out there. Texera. We'll talk about Texera in a minute. So, Lavezzi is going out there and he could be one of the first of a few players to be part of something really big for the Chinese Super League. If the Chinese Super League does continue to go the way it does, in 10 years time people will look back and go, Lavezzi, he was the biggest money, he was the highest paid player. So not only is he raising the profile of the nation even more and the league even more, he's also raising the profile of himself. He's now known as the highest player in world football. Possibly, some people saying after tax he's making the most because their tax works in favour of footballers, etc, etc. So Lavezzi, I can understand it, the guy's at the end of his career. The next one that arguably people will come in next was Texera. Texera could have gone to Liverpool, could have gone to Chelsea, probably could have got a move to any Champions League club within a range. Now, he wanted to go to Liverpool. 100% believe that. Shakhtar denied it and Shakhtar declined the offers and Liverpool wouldn't match their valuation of him. He held out until the end of the transfer window for Europe to move. He waited and waited for a move to a bigger club. Now, I'm not sure if it's still the case, but I'm pretty sure Shakhtar still don't play in Donetsk. They play like 500 miles away because of all the Ukraine. Let's not get into politics here. Let's not get into that. But I don't think Shakhtar play at their own ground still in Donetsk. So, would you rather play for a club that's going through, the country is going through incredible turmoil, in Ukraine where, I mean, granted it's a Champions League club, but still you are playing in, other than Dynamo Kiev and Shakhtar Donetsk, the rest of the league has probably got the same amount of superstars as the Chinese Super League now has. So he's basically changing the same league for the same league in a 1-year contract for incredible money. Would you go and play that 1 season out, make insane money because you don't want to stay in Donetsk, and then still get that big move next year? I completely am with Texera in this one. If he plans to just go out there and just make money there for the rest of his life, then what are you doing? But if you have a choice of staying in Donetsk for a season because they won't sell you, or going to China for a season, making 5 times as much, being in the news, being a big high profile like transfer, just missing out on the Shakhtar situation, I would do it. There is no way I'm staying in Shakhtar with what's going on. And if I can make 5 times as much for the next year, go experience China, Why not? Your profile is only going to be raised by making that move rather than staying at Shakhtar Donetsk. So in a sense, money is the biggest part of football. We just have to look, and please don't take this as a dig because I wish my club would do it. Chelsea, Manchester City. I mean, we're going back, like, what is it, 15 years, and weren't City in League One at one stage? Like, they've got battered 7-0 by Nottingham Forest at some point in the last 20 years. And now they're winning the league, they're Champions League, they're playing, I don't know who they're playing. Is it Barcelona next week? No, we're playing Barcelona, of course. I'm going to our Barcelona home and away. But they're playing someone big, they're playing a big side. And that happened. That came from money. Those clubs were nothing before. Money was invested. They bought a lot of players. They bought some average players, which pushed them up the league, and then allowed them to spend big money on better players, other than Elikin Mangala. But the less we say about that, the better. Now, that leads me on again to the Chinese Super League. If they can do it in the Premier League, why can't the Chinese Super League build this starting point now with Jackson Martinez, Quarin, Paulinho, Ramirez, Teixeira, all these players, get a build-up, like a step to grow their league into much more. They want to become the best league in that part of the world. Have an actual competition at the Club World Cup. Could you imagine some of these Chinese Super League teams actually giving the European teams a run for the money in the Club World Cup? That would be great. So I personally am all for leagues and nations outside of Europe trying to strengthen their continental football, because for us right now, Europe is running away with football. Brazil, a little bit of Argentina are the only things that can come close, and still they don't have the money, they don't have the TV rights, the backing, the fans to be able to do it. Now, if the Chinese Super League are making a push for it, why not try and make more entertaining leagues in world football and have more competition throughout the world? I personally, I know it's a lot of money, but it doesn't affect us. It's not going to affect me if Ezekiel Lavezzi is making 400 grand a week. Good for him. Are you telling me right now, and people, the only thing I could be against are the big money boards, and it is a lot of money, but all I'm going to say is anyone against the players, I think you're insane. Tell me right now, anyone outside of the top 15 in world football, so think about the team of the year plus a few extra players. Let's say, I'll tell you what, let's say top 25 in world football. Any player outside the top 25 in world football will not even hesitate for a second at 400 grand a week. Could you imagine making 21 million in a year? Lavezzi, I'm going to go back to him now. He can go out there and play for 2 years and have 41 million after tax, I think it is, for the rest of his life. 41 million! And all he's got to do is play some football in the Chinese Super League. I'm interested to hear some of you guys' opinions. I did get people to tweet at me. Someone said, I wanted to hear people's issues with the Chinese Super League because I wanted to try and address them. Someone said, it's taking great players away from Europe, e.g. Martinez and Teixeira. So what if they're not in Europe? Maybe it'll raise the profile of the Chinese Super League to the point where we actually enjoy watching another league that's more great football for us to watch. I don't know the times of Chinese Super League play. Perhaps they play throughout the summer. Maybe that's more entertaining football for us on the years there's no World Cups because we can actually start to enjoy the Chinese Super League. One person said, nothing, I'm excited to see the Chinese League develop. That's my main point, is that I'd love to see more leagues and more countries become competitive in football, because football, at the end of the day, is my life, I guess. It's my job, my hobby. I love football, and the more football I can watch, the better. So, I don't know, let me know in your comments down below, guys. I want to know what you guys think. I'm sure not everyone will agree with me. I'm sure there'll be some people that think otherwise to some opinions and agree with me on some, etc, etc. So let me know down below. Do it in a nice, polite fashion. No need to be like, you're an idiot, I can't believe you. Just be nice down below. I want to have a good discussion with you guys. So let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this. It's different, isn't it? But let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. 再见. I think that's how you say goodbye in Chinese. Bye.